time ago, in a city called Hanghao in Hong Kong, something strange was happening one morning.
Good morning, Erwin.
Good morning.
You do have strange neighbors in Hanghao.
I know. It's because Hanghao is linked to a little town in Germany called Hamlin. And the mayor wants us to sound as much like a German as possible. For example, your name. Anyway, how are you today? Well, where are you going?
Today I went to buy a motion. There's lots of rats in my apartment.
Oh, no. You too? The house is also full of those horrible rodent rascals. Something strange must be happening in Hanghao. Because we never had rats in this town before. They're not only in houses. You can see them everywhere. In streets, town squares, malls, everywhere.
The local government should do something because this turns into a real plague.
And this happened for several weeks. During this time, the rats multiplied until there are thousands of them. Rats could be seen everywhere, in the stores, streets, warehouses, restaurants, bakeries, even the church. One day, the whole town got in front of the city hall to ask the mayor to do something.
We want you to do something! We want those rats out of this town! Even the cats run away from them!
A terrible rat bit my son was thinking. Rats ate all the noodles in my shop.
Those rats will bring black death to this town.
If the mayor can't deal with this problem, let's take him out!
When the mayor heard all the complaints, he called for a meeting with the advisors.
We have to do something. Give me some ideas.
Let's buy more mousetraps. That will solve the problem.
It won't work. There are no mousetraps left in Hanghao.
Those RAT rats are smart. They know how monsters work!
Think of something. The people there are furious.
Let's offer a reward. Let's offer a $100 tax rebate to prison. We get rid of all the rats.
It's a good idea. Let's offer a one-off payment of $6 million to anyone who can make the rats disappear.
Good idea.
Good idea. Yes, it is.
Not only a good idea, it's an excellent idea.
It's not a good idea, an excellent idea. It's a great idea!
Do you all agree?
Yes, let's do it.
Very well. I will go on TVP and announce our decision.
The mayor went to the television studios and said,
I've decided to offer a reward of 6 million Hong Kong dollars to the person who can get rid of all the rats in town. You don't want the rats Yes, our problems will be over. We want those rats away from here. I will place posters all over town offering a reward.
the next day, there are posters on every school, minibus, McDonald's, offering a $6 million award to the person who can get rid of all the rats. At that moment, a tall and thin man in Hanghao the MTR.
Take my talk and Chairman. She may talk in German. Please stand back from the doors.
Young man, help me. I'm very tired. Help me get a that seat and tray.
The young man made sure the old man had room to sit, and they sat together.
Thank you, young man. You're not from this town. I don't remember seeing you in Hamburg before.
No, I'm a musician. I'm trained to be attending piano, violin, trumpet, drum, saxophone, and guitar. My parents said I will never make any money from this, so I left my village and play my music to whoever wants to listen to it for just a few dollars.
Wow, that's a lot of instrument. Do you play anything else?
Of course, I play the flute, but what is going on? There are a lot of rats in this town. I have never seen too many rats together.
That's right, my young friend. Do you see that post over there? It's about a reward the city is offering to the person to get rid of the rats.
Let me read it.
The young man read the poster, and as soon as he finished reading it, he went back to the old man.
My friend, can you tell me where the city hall is?
Go straight. There, you see a big white building. But why do you want to go there?
It's that I can get rid of all the rats. The reward will be mine. Goodbye.
Tingmarkagen table, Tingmarkagen children, please stand back from the doors.
The firefighter left the MTR station. As soon as he left the MTR station, he started to walk to the city hall to see the mayor.
Good day. I'd like to talk to the mayor. Good day. I want to talk to the mayor. The mayor is very busy right now. It's necessary that I talk to the mayor. It's urgent. What can you do for the mayor? You're just a poor musician. It's that I can get rid of all the rats.
Are you sure you can get rid of those ugly, smelly rats?
Yes, all of them.
Then wait here. Let me see if you manage to get
2 minutes later, he shouted.
Let him come in.
As soon as the firefighter was inside the mayor's office, the mayor said,
Is it true that you can get rid of all the rats? Yes, Mayor. I can get rid of each one of them. Are you sure that they will never come back? Yes, I have an idea. They will never come back. When will that be? When will you get rid of them? Right now. I just want to make sure that the reward you're offering is true. It is true. So can you give me half of the reward right now? And when the job is finished, you can give me the rest of the money. What? Do you think I'm crazy? Yes. Do you think we're fools? If I give you $1 right now, I am sure it will go away. I will give you all the dollars when the rats are gone, and I'm sure it will never come back. I've already received 2 quotes. You'll be third. Okay then. Can you sign here, 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 and you'll be sharp right here? If those are the conditions, I agree. I'll start working.
and the firefighter left the city hall. As soon as he left the city hall, he started to walk to the MTR station. He stood in the middle of the station and started playing his flute. It was soft and nice music. People even wanted to dance.
Where is he from? His music is so lovely.
People gathered around the firefighter. The mayor and the secretary were watching from the city hall.
Something is happening. Look! Secretary, do you see that? Rats are running towards the square.
It's true. There are thousands of rats coming out from every house.
Let's get out of here. There are thousands of rats. More coming this way.
The people got inside the apartment, and only the firefighter remained in the MTR station playing his music.
This is working. Rats like my music. I will keep on playing. That's incredible. More rats keep coming into the square. Poor man. It will eat him up. Now is the time to start walking.
The firefighter started to walk toward the great river that ran across the sea. He was always playing his music. Rats seemed to be enchanted by the music and quietly followed after the musician. He walked for more than an hour until he got to the edge of the cyclone pier.
I hope the water's not too cold. I have to take off my shoes. I don't want them to be wet.
While the firefighter was taking off his shoe, he stopped playing the flute. At that moment, the rats started running toward the city once again. The enchantment was over.
I hope the water's not too cold and the water current not too fast.
The Pied Piper swam to the middle of the harbor. In fact, the water stream was too hard and he was about to fall.
I have to hurry up. The water streams too fast and the water's too cold. I have to play my music again.
As soon as the Pied Piper played his music again, rats came back and got inside the harbor.
This is working. The water streams too fast. It's taking away the rats and they're drowning. I'll keep on playing until there's none of them alive.
Some minutes went by, and there were no rats on the edge of the harbor. All of them were inside the water where they drowned.
I'll keep on playing just to be sure that there are no more rats.
The Pied Piper put on his shoes and got to the city hall to see the mayor.
I want to see the mayor. I finished my job and all the rats are dead.
Wait here. Let me tell him you're here.
As soon as the secretary was inside the mayor's office, she said,
Pied Piper is here. He wants to talk to you.
Let him in.
and the secretary went to the Pied Piper and said,
You can come in. He's waiting for you.
as soon as the Pied Piper was inside the mayor's office, the mayor said,
Sit down. I can't sit down. I'm in a hurry. I just came to get my $6 million.
But I don't have any with me. As for the treasurer, she has the dollars.
When can I come for my money?
while the mayor and the Pied Piper were talking in the office, people from Hancock gathered around the city hall.
Hail to Mayor! Yes, he is wonderful!
We don't have any more rats.
Meanwhile, at the mayor's office, what is happening outside? I'll go to the ballroom to see what is wrong.
The mayor, the Pied Piper, and the secretary went to the balcony.
Thank you, Mayor!
Thank you. But this order is not mine. This
Young man, Pied Piper,
the Pied Piper, got rid of all the rats in town.
Hail to the Pied Piper!
We'll have a great party tonight to celebrate that there are no more rats in town.
Yay!
then they went inside again.
Secretary, go get the treasurer and my advisors, and go get everything ready for tonight's party.
But Mayor, what about my payments?
Don't worry. Tonight, after the party, you will receive your reward.
Then the Pied Piper left. Minutes later, the advisors and the treasurer arrived at the mayor's office.
Come in.
What is wrong? What is the emergency?
I was getting ready for the party.
I was taking a nap.
I was drinking a cup of hot chocolate.
Did somebody notice that there are no more rats in town?
Yeah. There are none.
Yes, there are none.
The Pied Piper wants reward. I thought that tonight he'd receive his $6 million Hong Kong dollars. But he didn't do it. He got rid of all the rats in less than 2 hours.
We shouldn't pay him $6 million for this 2-hour job.
They're right. He just walked in late to food. $6 million is a lot for such trips or anything. I'll only pay him 1
But he doesn't deserve one.
He doesn't deserve 50.
Maybe 20?
But I gave my word. We have to pay him tonight.
Very well. You want to give him $6 million, you have to give him your own money. I've decided not to give him any.
What? Not for my own money. I didn't petrol my Jaguar.
The party is enough for him. The food and music will be enough for him.
The town, the gratitude, it's enough for him.
Are you sure that's what you want to do?
Yes, let's just do that.
Very well. When the party's over, we will tell him about our decision.
Then everybody left the city hall. That night, the party was celebrating in honor of the Pied Piper. There was music, clowns, food, and everybody was dancing.
Come on, y'all! Dance the
Pied Piper. I couldn't sleep at night because I was afraid of being bitten by those rats.
Thank you, little girl. You're now safe.
How did you do it? How did you get them out of this town?
I only played lovely music and they were all gone.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the little girl left. All night, people gathered around the Pied Piper. They all thanked him for what he did. Then, the mayor said,
Dear citizens, tonight we celebrate our heroes, the Pied Piper who got rid of the rats. Pied Piper, come here with me.
You're not, Mayor.
Let's give our hero a round of applause.
and the crowd applauded. After a few minutes, the mayor said,
There, people, the party's over. Go home now, rest, and don't worry anymore.
the people left the square, and only the Pied Piper, the mayor, the treasurer, the advisors, and the captain stayed there. Then the Pied Piper said,
Mayor, I appreciate this party, but I have to go now. I only want my reward.
There will not be any reward. You didn't do anything. You just walked and played your music.
The party was enough for you.
In your whole life, you never ate like you did tonight.
You are only a poor musician. Mayor, you promised me that you will give me my reward when the party was over.
Yes, but we all agreed what you did was nothing. It's very easy for you.
I advise you to leave without causing any more problems. Get out of this town now. But I can't leave all my money. I got rid of the rats. You can't do this to me.
Sure we can. Police, get this man out of this town now.
Yes, sir. Please get this man and take him out of the town. Are you sure that you will not pay me? Something terrible will happen to you if you don't pay me.
Quiet! What can you do? You're just a poor, worthless musician. Police, get him now.
Yes, sir. My revenge will be terrible.
And the police took him out of town. So when the whole town was in total silence, the Pied Piper came back to the square.
I'll play the most wonderful music.
And he played and played, but it seemed that no music was coming out from his flute. Suddenly, the square was full of children of all ages. Big kids, little kids, even babies being carried by their older brothers and sisters. Then he stopped playing.
You children, we'll continue our party. Only you and me. You like my music?
Yes, keep playing your beautiful music.
Then I will keep playing my music and you will follow me.
The Pied Piper played his music while walking outside the town. All the children followed him. Some hours later, in the morning, all the parents noticed that their children were not in their apartment. When they went out, they knew that overnight, every child in town had disappeared. They went to the mayor.
Mayor, all our kids have disappeared. There are no more children in town.
The mayor opened the door.
Why all this noise? What is happening outside?
All our kids have disappeared. My baby has disappeared.
What? That's not possible. May!
They went to the kid's bedroom, but nobody was there. Then he told the mayor.
Mayor, your kids are not helping me. My kids are not helping me either.
What? That's not possible. The Pied Piper did it.
And for many hours, weeks and months, people looked for their lost children, but they were never seen. And from that moment, there were no more rats in Hang How. And all the children that followed the Pied Piper were never found, becoming just a memory. The greedy mayor and his advisors caused the tragedy because they did not keep the promise they made. The end.
exciting time for us, and it's very nice to see that everyone's bonded so well in this group so that we could take all of the energy which MY1 has every day and put that to some good use. I know that you probably played a big role. I hope that you've heard a lot of these lines before at home, whether you were a script reader or you were just listening in, but I know that the students have been working very, very hard, so thank you for your support, and if you happen to be practicing with them, thank you for that. In the audience, we do have a few others I really want to thank, Ms. Brooks and Ms. Summy Tang, both of our painstakingly making us some very authentic Hong Kong signs and other props. As well, I want to thank Ms. Duff, who choreographed and worked with the MY1s to dance. So now, as well as I know these MY1s because of being their house tutor, their English teacher, their humanities teacher, and their arts teacher, I had to go to some expertise on the drama studio. So, Mr. Adam Walker, if you can come to the front.
Thank you very much. A big round of applause for the MY1s. This project is born out of the Form 6s leaving and me having nothing to fill that time. So we kind of grabbed hold of them together and threw a play together. Some of you may have noticed some subtle reference to Hong Kong and daily life through that. So we rewrote it and adapted it. And basically working with the students, making sure that they enjoyed what they did and they worked together as a team. And as Ms. Woodland said, yeah, they're high energy. They're really high energy, but they're really great fun to work with and they're a really nice bunch of students. And I'm really proud of the work that you did today, so well done. As is our usual way, we'd like to know if anyone else has any questions about anything. You know, these guys have been through rehearsals, have been looking at character development, have been doing quite a lot of different things to get them to this stage today. So we were wondering if we've got an opportunity to ask these guys some questions about that process. Might be a good reflection for them. So does anyone here have any questions about the... There's one there at the back. Okay, hello, can you...
Can someone tell me about what a typical rehearsal would be like?
Okay. Who do we think could be answering that? Okay, tell us about what a rehearsal is. Why don't you stand up?
We're full of energy and stuff, but sometimes we still have some technical problems. But I'm really happy that now we've got all these together and actually paid a lot of work here and made this play really smooth and the best that we can do.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. And back to the question about rehearsals. Can anyone talk to me about what a normal rehearsal would look like? Tell me about it. You can stand up if you want to. Nice and like that.
In rehearsals, we start off as a warm-up, giving us focus and follow the game. We're calling it exercise. After that, we have to perform the whole drama, I guess, and then if there's something wrong, we have to beat the line and then
Can anyone add to any of that? Do you think? Yes, TJ?
I think a normal rehearsal would be probably depending on what part, where in the timeline we were in. Say at the start, we might have done a warm-up game. Then we might have been starting out blocking, which is basically we start out getting the play started, like just doing simple parts of the play and try and get it all together. And then when we get to like nearly in the middle of the play, we might be doing the play over and over again and finding little parts of the play that we don't understand, and then just practicing it. And then closer to the end, we might have dress rehearsals during lunchtime or the different times in art classes and stuff, and just make the play as good as we can get it to be.
Any other questions from the crowd out there? I've got a question for you guys. Is there, obviously you started a long time ago reading what was just a piece of paper with some words on it. What's the difference between that piece of paper that you read? Were there any special moments or things that you really enjoyed building together that are different to what you saw on a piece of paper? Yes. Costumes? Yeah, you didn't see the costumes. Sorry about that. Whoever gave these parents up, sorry about that. Okay, yeah.
The epic scenes when we got the crowd cheering or booing or applauding.
Yeah, so we had those, they were quite different, weren't they?
Maybe the lines, like before we have some normal lines, but then later on we think that there's more better lines than we change it.
Fantastic. Yeah, changing some of the lines, and it was that, wasn't it? It wasn't just you had to do what was there, you had a good input into it and opportunities to add ideas.
The special TVB.
TVB? Yeah, that's quite a nice one. Okay, so I think that's about all for questions. We've got one more question. I can't see any slides. Hello.
I think that they're all very good in their parts. I was wondering what the process of deciding who's doing what part.
How do we cast this? I gave all of that responsibility and the heartache over to Miss Woodman.
Thank you, Miss
But I think on paper there's not many characters, so things like the MTR scene, building those kind of opportunities for all the students to be on stage was very important to me.
It did help that Mr. Walker had passed the play in August, so I got to watch as the fall went by and the winter, and I could look back at the play and start to imagine who could fill the roles that the play offered. So I didn't have it on my mind always, but I certainly thought about it more.
Yeah, if anyone came to see Pillow Man and Pied Piper and these kind of stories are in my head at the moment. Okay.
A big thank you again to Mr. Walker. I do want to thank the people who are here at the front, and I do have something small to give to them. But unfortunately, I left the bag with the things in Mr. Walker's office, and while we were waiting in the last few weeks, there's been a bit of a rat infestation, so unfortunately, everybody's going to have to find a rat.
That does make it sound like I've got poor hygiene.
Miss Wooden, can I just ask,
Thank you.
was Kibby forced to wear the dress, or did he choose to?
Costuming was decided by the students.
Thank you.
Okay, parents who have an MY1 currently on stage, I would love for you to share the rest of tonight. I would like to take one picture before we go, so anybody else wanting to take a picture, will get. So maybe if Ms. Brooks doesn't like me to take the photo, and Mr. Walker, if you can join us for just 2 or 3 photos.
Do you want the lights on?
Lights, I don't know which ones though.
I think it'd be better in.
Like this? Where did it go? Oh, sorry.
You did survive all the way through. Yeah.